you just take your predators and just sprinkle them like this, okay? Just do like that. There's some more, bunch more manure. There's Ruby. Hey girl. She's wondering what we're up to. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan and I'm with Skyline Acres. If you haven't been here before, we are a small homestead located in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. And we do all kind of stuff. I mean, anything ranging from making hay on small acreage. We have some livestock, a couple Highland cattle, a horse, goats, chickens, woodworking, carpentry, stuff like that. If you guys are into that kind of thing, give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel because we would love to have you back. I want to show you guys what we've got for today's video here. I'm out here in the tack room of our, it's kind of like a run-in shed barn. And I've got a product here that I'm not really all that familiar with, and I don't know if you guys are either. So let's take a look at it. All right guys, so a fly predator. First off, the main brand that does most of the advertising, it seems like, is by a brand from Spalding Labs, okay? And let me just kind of tell you the basics of how it works. These guys know flies, you know, the best in the industry. I mean, you get on their website because you can find out anything about the fly life cycle and just all of this different stuff. They have different things, okay? They have different fly control methods because you need different methods. But one of the tools in the toolbox is this here, all right? These are called fly predators. Okay, so what the heck is a fly predator? Well, I didn't know. I don't know if you can see the Spalding Labs there. Give you a little up close there. But anyways, a fly predator is not like, there's no insect called a fly predator. A fly predator, if you actually look, the name fly predator is trademarked, okay? And if you get on Spalding Labs website, it will tell you the species that go into what they're calling fly predators. And it's 4 species, and they give you the scientific names of those. So I looked them up, because I was like, well, what the heck are these things? Basically, they are, how would I describe it? They are gnat-sized, maybe even smaller than a gnat. Like wasp species, okay? And there's different ones. It looks like the fly predator brand is 4 species. There's a different brand out there. There's different ones, okay? And then they can use a whole different set of species. So that's kind of the argument with the brands and stuff. Spalding seems to be the go-to ones. There's other ones that have popped up, but from what I know, seems like you always hear about Spalding. Even if you search YouTube videos and stuff, that's the ones that other people are using. All right, so the way these things work, guys, is you have a fly will lay its egg. This is gonna be a pretty basic description, and it could be a little bit wrong, but it's not all about the details here. A fly basically lays its eggs in a cow patty or manure or whatever, okay? Those eggs are there for a couple days. They hatch, turn into a maggot. We all know what maggots look like. The maggots then feed on the manure or the grass clippings or wherever it is that they were laid. You know, a warm, moist area. And then after a couple days, again, this is a very brief description, the maggots basically form like a hard shell cocoon, and they go through metamorphosis and they come out in a few days as a fly. What the fly predators do, they seek out the hard cocoon made from the maggot that will then hatch out into a fly. They seek those out, okay? And I think they basically take their little tiny stinger, and guys, these things don't hurt people. They're totally unnoticed. They're no bigger than a fly, okay? So don't worry about that. But they take their little stinger and they stick it inside of this little fly pupa, and I think they lay eggs in there, and then those things, when they hatch, they feed off of what would be fly. So it's kind of like they're using the fly larva, the maggot, you know, if you will, to feed off of, and then they hatch out into a new fly predator. So that's how they work. And when they do that, when they feed off of that thing, they're obviously killing it. So with that said, fly predators do not kill adult flies, number one. So like if you have an established fly problem, you're not going to get rid of it within 21 days to a month. The reason is a fly lives 21 days to a month. So if you already have flies and you do this, which is the situation that we're in, you're not even going to see any results until a month once the parent stock dies out. So that's number one. What you're doing is you're disrupting the reproductive cycle of the fly, and you're basically stopping the next generation from growing. So the way the Spalding Labs fly predator situation works is it's like a monthly subscription type deal. And I'm usually a little leery of that kind of stuff. But I looked into it and asked my wife, and she told me the price, and I said, yeah, that's not bad. So what it is, I believe, you can look into it yourself, but I believe it's from May through September, okay? And ideally, you would already be into this program and you would get your first shipment in May. That's the best way to get a hold of your flies. Get them before they've already really taken over. But anyways, it's June now, and what happens is they have a website. You put in your zip code and how many of each animal you have. You know, 1 horse, 4 goats, whatever, and they recommend you a plan. All right, and the plan that we're on seems to be sort of standard, so I don't know. You guys can play around with it, but this is what they sent us. This is 10,000. You can see it right there. It's 10,000 fly predators, and they send you like a double shipment for your first shipment because you want to hit them hard, basically. And then each shipment after that, it's like once a month or something, and it's 5,000. So let's talk pricing. This video might be viewed in the future, and who knows what pricing will do, but I can tell you, I had no idea what we were signing up for, and asked my wife, and then I looked into it, and it was like, I don't know what the first month was with the double flies, but the rest of the months are like $26.95, okay? And you're only talking a few months, guys, May through September. This isn't like a yearly thing and all that. So I thought that was reasonable. I mean, you can spend more on all these different fly traps and things you put water in and all that and trap them and everything. You can spend more on those things than you can this. So I didn't think the price was too bad. So anyways, you get on this monthly thing and they just automatically send them to you. Guys, so like I said, this is what at least our first shipment looked like. It's got the instructions here. We got the 10,000 to begin with. You know, your situation may vary, but this is what they look like. Kind of looks like a super small ant with wings, maybe. Yeah, you can see some of them there. Look at that one. I apologize, guys, for the not great footage. And they say when you get this package, they might not all be hatched yet. So what they want you to do is they want you to wait before you spread these out until you see a dozen of them in here. And that means they're hatched out enough that it's gonna work for you. Alright guys, I'm now out here outside the barn. I put some on that fence line right there. The reason I did the fence lines is, like I was saying, they can travel over in here into the manure piles, but it keeps them sort of safe from the animals stepping on them before they hatch and stuff. But anyways, this is the barnyard area. I'm more wanting to get here so we can limit the flies around here. So I'll probably put some here and some around the back side of the barn there, and I think that'll be good. So we've got all this manure, guys, and we have a drag and everything, and we drag it. Manure management is another big key of just all of this. But anyways, so you just take your predators and just sprinkle them like this, okay? Just do like that. There's some more, bunch more manure. There's Ruby. Hey girl. She's wondering what we're up to. Anyway, so we'll come over here. We'll hit this fence line. Head back to the barn. They say to leave about 5 to 10% of these things in the bag, and then hang the bag up in your barn, and they'll just come out of the bag for that last couple percent. We'll put maybe a couple around the goat thing here. Like that. Okay. Let's see here. Some of this taller grass, you can put them in. I think can be fine. I think Ruby thinks I've got like treats or something. But anyways, spread some out in there. Let me move to the next area. There's kind of our pasture. Got the cows out in there. So anyways, we're gonna do this. There's our little calf with Hattie. Hey girl. So we'll just put some of these in, come up here, and I've got about that much left. Which is probably about 5%, give or take. And we'll hang that up in the barn as the instructions say. All right guys, so I've done the whole barnyard area. And like I say guys, we got 1.2 inches of rain in a half hour just now. So that's what that water is. Here's our barnyard area, or I mean our pasture area. And what I did, so here's the stall. There's another stall up there. This is the awning. I put the last little bit, like they say, I put that behind that piece of conduit, and they can come out right here. And anyways, that's what the instructions say to do. All right, so one thing I wanted to do, guys, was kind of see what the flies look like right now. You can see the flies on Genevieve. Hopefully you can see them there. All right, not too bad, but they're there. This is Hattie, same thing. You can see flies right there. Let me see if I can get her to turn the other way. And right there. Okay, guys, what I want to do is a month from now, maybe 45 days or so, I want to make a follow-up video to this, and I want you guys to hold me accountable. Let me know. I'll put a reminder on my phone as well. But anyways, we'll come back through and we'll see how that first month and a half has performed and if we notice a difference. I will say Spalding Labs says for the most amazing results, use it a whole season and you'll notice a drastic reduction next season. But I've seen all kind of videos where people had really big reductions quickly. So we'll see how it goes. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I say, we'll do a follow-up video in a month to see how it did. And anyways, if you guys like this kind of content, please think about hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel because we'd love to have you back here at Skyline Acres. With that said, y'all have a great day.